Hey guys, so today I wanted to film another book review, and this time it's on Heist Society by Ellie Carter. And this book is so awesome. I just read it very recently and I thought I'd do a video and tell you guys why exactly that is. If you've watched my other book reviews, you might know that I am terrible at summing up what a book is about because you can never distinguish between stuff that is actually important and stuff that is not. So I thought this time I'd just read a synopsis. When Katerina Bishop was 3, her parents took her to the Louvre to case it. For her 7th birthday, Katerina and her uncle Eddie traveled to Austria to steal the crown jewels. When Kat turned 15, she planned a con of her own, scamming her way into the best boarding school in the country, determined to leave the family business behind. Soon, Kat's friend and former co-conspirator, the gorgeous Hale, appears, pulling her back into the world she has only just escaped. But he has a good reason. A powerful mobster's priceless art collection has been stolen and he wants it returned. Now. Only a master thief could have pulled off this job, and Kat's father isn't just on the suspect list. He is the list. Caught between Interpol and a far more deadly enemy, Kat's dad needs her help. Kat's solution? Track down the paintings and steal them back. So what if it's a spectacularly impossible job? She's got 2 weeks, a teenage crew, and hopefully just enough talent to pull off the biggest heist in her family's very crooked history. And with any luck, she just might be able to steal her life back along the way. So for a change, I'm actually going to start with the pros this time. So this book's biggest selling point is definitely the heroine. Kat is just awesome. She is badass, she is smart, she is kind, she's just all around really cool, and she's a thief, and I have a thing for villains. Yeah. Another thing that I found particularly appealing with her was that she was actually aware of Hale's attraction for her, and this might just be one of my pet peeves, but it really annoys me when the heroine takes forever to figure out that a guy actually likes her, when the reader knew for like 5 chapters, because there were hints all the time. They were as close as you can get to actually telling her. I'm just not a big fan of heroines that are so slow in figuring that out, and they're so super oblivious to what's going on. I just... no. Okay, anyway, that was not the case with Kat, and I thought that was very cool about her. Also, she has feelings for Hale as well, and she acknowledges them. She just doesn't act on them because they're in a super dangerous situation and there are things going on that are somewhat more important than making out right now. I generally don't mind if there's a lot of making out in a book, but I sometimes find it sort of weird when they fall into bed in the weirdest situation and all you're thinking is, do you really have nothing better to do right now? I like that they take their time. They take it slow. And it's not insta-love, you know, they've known each other for, I think, 2 years, 3 years, something like that. I hope to see more of them in the future, because the closest they get to relationship is hugging, I think, in this book, if I remember correctly. I don't think they even kissed. Am I spoiling this for you right now? I'm sorry. There's not much to spoil because nothing much happens. But you can feel the tension, you can feel that there's something going on between them. Also, the story itself, it's very meticulously planned, I think. I don't think it's one of these books where the author just sat down and was like, I'm gonna wing this. It seems like she had a plan, you know, because everything came together very well in the end. It seemed like the natural way to go, you know? It all went very smoothly, and there were no hiccups along the way. I just thought, the author wasn't sure what to do here. It seemed like she had a very clear idea in her mind before she wrote the book, what was gonna happen and exactly how everything was gonna pan out in the end. Also, I really think that Ellie Carter might just be a criminal mastermind, because the cons she came up with were pretty awesome. They were not at all predictable. I had no clue what they were gonna do. I myself would not have been able to find a way to pull it off. And while that doesn't exactly say anything, I'm still very much intrigued by that. I think she definitely has some talent. And if she one day quits her life as an author, she should totally be a thief. So the cons were really awesome. Sometimes I didn't know what was going on exactly. Sometimes I thought they were quite confusing. There were times when I felt very much left in the dark. There were just some scenes where it wasn't clear what they were gonna do next. While the characters seemed to be totally fine with the information that was provided, they seemed to know what was gonna happen, but I felt a little bit left out because I didn't know. Also, they threw around a lot of words, like the names of the cons they did in the past or they were gonna do. They never explained what exactly they entailed, what exactly that was, and I felt that would have been quite nice actually if they could have maybe given a tiny bit of information, because I thought that was kind of interesting. They had all these names for these different cons, and I thought I was very disappointed actually that they wouldn't tell us what they were, essentially. So another thing I really liked is probably something no one else liked, because it's the villain. It's Arturo Taccone, who is the antagonist of the story, and I just liked him. I just did. I think he's awesome. For some reason I got that vibe from him that he might just be the kind of villain who still has like an honor code or something. I don't know, like I think that for him there are things that he just wouldn't do. Like, there are some things, you can do bad things, but there are some things that are taboo that you just don't do. I just got that idea from him. Maybe I'm totally wrong, I don't know. He just seemed like that kind of guy to me. Also, I really like that he was very encouraging towards Kat, that he at times was the only one who believed that she could do it even when she herself wasn't so sure about that. I know at the same time he was threatening her and he had tons of ulterior motives, but still, I thought it was kind of cool, the confidence he had in her, and I liked that a lot. Yeah, I liked the relationship. I liked the way she just got along with him, sort of, in a weird, twisted kind of way. And I know that he's a killer, and I know that he's really, really evil, but I still like him. Sorry. There are some things that I would like to criticize though. For once, as I mentioned earlier, I was left confused at times, and while I don't mind being left in the dark occasionally, it was happening quite often and it was sort of unsettling a little bit. I mean, I did find out after a couple pages all the time, but still, it was a little bit annoying. And secondly, I think that the supporting cast was somewhat of a cliche. I mean, there was, for example, the beautiful, shallow girl, and then there were the mischievous brothers, and they were just, you know, they're a recurring theme in a lot of books. And Ali Carter being such an awesome writer and the book being so great, I thought that maybe I think that she definitely could have come up with original characters, like personality types. This is not to major, I just wanted to mention it because I did notice it a little bit. Yeah, this is actually it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Bye!